Hello and welcome to your channeled message. This is going to be a very specific message for a group of divine feminines who are feeling at your wit's end. You may be scrambling, looking for different solutions to your life. Maybe this is more in alignment with your finances or your career. Maybe you are trying to provide for yourself or for your family and feeling like you cannot find a solution. You may be dealing with a lot of anxiety, fear, waking up in the middle of the night, and not seeing the light at the end of the tunnel. And as horrible as this sounds, I want to say congratulations, because this is how a quantum leap begins. Your life is about to rapidly change, and it will change for the better. And what I was channeling, one of the first things that I was channeling is that a deep reset is in store for you. Things are going to be aligned for you in a way that is easy and steady. And as long as you take the risk to heal internally, shifting your energy, working on your emotional healing, we'll get into that a little bit more. But as long as you are focusing on the internal at this time, things are going to get a lot easier. The reason this is happening in your life is because it is forcing you to go within. Before we get too far into it, let me introduce myself. Welcome to the Cosmic Rose Activation. My name is Michaela, and on this channel, I help women turn water into gold, transmuting the seemingly impossible into the possible. My goal is to help you alchemize the situations you may be facing in your life through the wisdom of your spirit team, so you can be hand-delivered to your highest timeline. Whether you are being challenged with your relationships, manifestations, or career, we talk about it all, so you can heal from within to manifest your dream reality. As with any reading, please remember to take what resonates and leave the rest, knowing your intuition will never steer you in the wrong direction. To start this reading out, we have the Six of Swords and the Tower card. You are in a major transition, and this is going to be a sudden change for you. When we see the sudden card, it's easy to perk up or maybe tense up a little, feeling as though something bad is about to happen. But the general idea that I am getting is that something bad has already occurred. Something bad, or you're perceiving it as bad, has already occurred. You feel as though your life can't get any worse, is what I channeled yesterday. And this is a perception thing. One of the downloads that I was receiving in my meditation was, it's not as difficult as it seems. You've just been programmed to believe that. And what I'm seeing is you are somebody that has put all of this effort into your physical reality, trying to change your reality outside. And if you have been studying the law of attraction or manifestation, you know that your manifestations will only work when you truly work on the inside, when you work on the internal. But given your circumstances, there is something that makes you feel very afraid, or that you have to operate in this form of only showing up in the physical world. Now, I do feel that regardless of how you have been showing up, I see that it is a current theme that you are somebody that loves to grow. You love to study or find different ways to help yourself. So these practices are wonderful, but I get the general idea that you may have put these practices on the back burner, or they haven't been at the forefront of your mind. And what I'm seeing is, in my mind's eye, this chain around your hand. where you are holding on to this chain and it's like you're at a cliff, and you're holding on for dear life. And your grip is being tightened, compressed on your hand, and it's getting to the point where you have to let go. But what you don't see is there is this giant, I don't know it's almost like a blanket or a tarp that is being stretched in all directions. And if you just let go, you would see that spirit is actually trying to catch you. I am seeing that you are at this point in your life where you can no longer operate in the way that you used to. And this is the way that the rest of the world is taught to survive. And that is to continue to go, no matter how you feel, push past those feelings. Maybe there's a lot of pressure from those around you for you to engage in the hustle mentality, or maybe you are facing financial pressure where you feel like you need to move faster than your feet can go. Yet there's this internal calling. Your soul is tired. You keep pushing forward even though that your soul is calling for you to rest. And this has been a long time standing, something that you have dealt with the majority of your life, if not your entire life. Operating in this way of going, and then maybe you hit this time where you actually end up just burning out and giving up and stop working on your goals, your dreams, your ambitions. And something that I see that is coming into your new near future is a new way of approaching life, where in the past you may have rejected tiredness and kept going, or maybe you dreamed of taking baths or sitting in the hot tub, or, sleeping extra or taking a nap, but your scarcity mindset would not let you do that. Your programming would not let you do that. And what I'm seeing is in your everyday life, you are going to begin to start integrating these little pauses where when you start to feel as though you're overwhelmed or you're stressed or you have hit your max, you are going to begin to integrate these tiny little ways where you can support yourself. And coming from the mode of thinking of where you are right here, right now, that feels like a giant risk. It feels terrifying to take a bath when you know maybe your children need to be taken care of, or the bills need to be paid, or your job is demanding of you. But you are beginning to learn a new way of showing up in life. And as you take the risk in these little ways that you can take care of yourself, you are going to begin to see that spirit is asking you not only to take care of yourself, but also will support you when you do begin to take care of yourself. What felt so risky to almost be selfish and spend time working on yourself, or not even working on yourself and just resting and relaxing, is going to manifest in giant ways for you. Pulling from the Black Moon astrology cards, I had pulled South Node, which is your karma, Cancer, and the ninth house, faith. I want to elaborate on the life's debts real quick. This is all about your karma. And I keep hearing that you are at the end of a karmic cycle. And this cycle has to do with the feminine wound. Some of you may resonate with having a mother wound, or maybe you watched a feminine figure in your life scramble. She was in survival mode and it was passed down to you. And something that I have been hearing recently is this collective is beginning to have compassion for your elders or the people that had raised you, because you are almost experiencing the exact same thing that maybe your mother or your parents had gone through, and you are seeing them in a whole new light. And this is actually happening for a reason, because you are lucky enough to discover tarot or discover spirituality or solutions to your problems, whereas your parents or your, parenting figures may never have had that. And if you are struggling with parental figures, know that there is going to be some healing. Some of you may not want to even open that door with parents, and some of you really may want to have a newfound relationship with your parents. But whatever you decide for your life, there is going to be a deep reset in the way that you perceive your childhood. And one of the oracle cards that I had pulled says no anger. You are going to be moving into a deep state of acceptance of the way that your life had unfolded. And the reason that this is happening is because you are beginning to see that everything had to happen in your childhood, in your entire life, everything that brought you to this point, as awful as it may seem in this moment, everything had to happen this way because you are different. You are somebody who is trying to become aware of her patterns, of the way that you show up in this life, and you are trying to consciously change the trajectory of your life. That doesn't mean that it won't come with certain mistakes, but the beauty in it is you are the type that is learning from your mistakes. You are learning that you are not defined by your mistakes, but rather being gifted your mistakes to grow and to advance in life, to advance your financial situation, your family life, your relationships, all of the above. And because of this growth mentality, you are closing out a major karmic cycle that has to do with the feminine wounding. And this is allowing you to open up a new layer to your manifesting abilities. You are going to begin to see the fruits of your labor coming in easier and easier as you work on this mother wound, on this on this feminine wounding. I see that it is very difficult for you to allow yourself to receive. You may resonate with being hyper independent, wanting to build something of your own so you never have to rely on another. Whatever the case may be, Spirit is almost forcing you into a position where you have to allow yourself to receive. I am hearing about an unworthiness belief. And this ties us into that second card, I feel, the Cancer card. Cancer is a water sign, and this is all about emotions. Cancers are very sensitive and they take on a lot of people's emotions. It can be hard to process your own emotions. And Spirit is wanting you to sit with this unworthiness belief, because it is beginning, well, it has always manifested in your life as overperforming. I am seeing and speaking to a collective that is very good at performing. You are good at when you put your mind to something, you are going to make it happen. You may experience restless nights. You may feel very obsessive or like not well until you learn the ins and outs of whatever it is that your mind is attached to at that time. And this is actually something that comes from you not feeling like you are worthy enough. If journaling is in your practice or meditation, sitting with this unworthiness wound and feeling into it and really understanding where it comes from is going to really help you as you advance into this next part of your life. Because feeling unworthy is actually manifesting right here, right now, in this present moment. You may notice that your decisions are based out of fear. And the fear is actually happening because you feel as though you're not worthy enough to receive. And so you need to work hard in order to be able to receive your manifestation. And this is the one thing that is actually altering you to be in energetic alignment with what you actually want, which ties us into our third card, the Faith, 9th house. And this is all about trusting the universe and the universe's plan. So often we can get confused about what it is that the universe wants from us, what should we be doing. And a channel that I was receiving in my meditation was, what do you want to do? That is spirit leading you. So if you find that you are hyper obsessed about something, that you are wanting to manifest something, and like that's where all your attention wants to go, trust that that was put on your heart for a reason and engage in that. But also become aware of how you are engaging in it. Are you engaging in this activity because it's something that you love? Or are you engaging in it because you're fearful? You're fearful that you're not enough. You're fearful that you need to pay the bills. You're fearful because you think the universe doesn't want this for you, and yet you're almost like fighting against the universe. However you perceive this, Spirit wants you to really begin to follow your heart space. Because as you begin to follow your heart and tap into the frequency of your heart, you are being led exactly where you want to go. The desire, the goals, the dreams that you have set out for your life are not too big. And I'm seeing that you are at this point right now where you are questioning, is what I want too big? And no, it's not that it's too big. It's the fact that you have been going about it all wrong, facing it through the 3D dense energy, when really 80% of your focus at this moment needs to be about your energy, your healing, focusing on how you can help your body, your energy be in alignment with what you actually want. Because whatever you're trying to offer, it is vibrating at a lower level right now, because people can feel the energetic neediness that you are translating. You need it for some reason, whether that's validation, finances, you know your story best. But when you are operating from the heart space, people can feel that energetic alignment. When somebody is so wholeheartedly invested in something because it is what they love, it is naturally magnetic, and you are going to attract the right people at the right time, the right circumstances. And it's super simple when we're speaking about it, right? But to integrate it is the challenge. So Spirit's homework for you is to Practice your awareness throughout your day and notice when you are making choices out of fear and when you are making choices out of love. And a simple way to work through this when you are presented with these opportunities is visualizing yourself as your inner child, having this little girl, and remembering that when you are operating out of fear, it is that little girl that is trying to operate your life. That is your old programming. That is the way that you were raised. And sending compassion to that aspect of you, and yet making the conscious decision to move towards the embodied version of yourself. The version of yourself that moves with confidence and grace and elegance. That version of you that is consistent and yet honors her body and her needs. And as you continue to become aware in the present moment and commit to this future version of yourself, what I had pulled is the Three of Cups, the Ace of Pentacles, and the Nine of Pentacles. This is seeing the fruits of your labor, your rewards, abundance, your manifestations coming in. Not feeling like you're alone on this path, but rather having people that are more in alignment with where you're actually going. I pulled another oracle card that says joint evolution. It says you and others are growing together, supporting each other. I see that right now you may be in a space where you have pulled back yourself from certain people or relationships because you're identifying that they are not going where you want to go. And if you are hearing this, Spirit wants to confirm that you are not in the wrong for feeling this way. And as you continue to work on yourself and your energy and applying this homework to your day-to-day life, you are aligning yourself with the right people that are going to show you a new way. And what I'm hearing is it's connecting you to your soul tribe, but this soul tribe, you almost are a little timid. What you feel as though like they're above your pay grade is what I'm hearing. It's like they are advanced in your eyes and they aren't going to lower their energy to meet you, but rather they are going to force you to rise to meet them. So if you have been looking for guidance or looking for like this new tribe of people that will help elevate your vibration, this is your confirmation that they are coming. And all you need to do is continue down this path of your soul's evolution, continuing to look at your choices. Are you making choices out of fear or love? And trust that you were put on this path. You did not have this soul's calling for no reason. We are about to close this out. As you know, we tend to spend the majority of our lives on automatic patterns that we have learned from our childhoods and past events. In this present moment, right here, right now, you are sending out signals to the universe manifesting, even though you may not be aware of it. If these patterns go without proper identification, healing, and reprogramming, we experience less than ideal situations in our life. Hence why certain problems you may be facing right now are not what you actually want to receive. These loops can be challenging to identify on our own, and even more challenging having to work through them. My readings are set with the intention to give you clarity around these loops so you can have tangible ways to reprogram your mind, resulting in the ability to manifest what you actually desire. If you're feeling inclined to receive deeper personal insight from your spirit team, be sure to check out the links in the description. I offer general, love, manifestation, and career readings delivered to your email, or we can work one-on-one on Zoom. The women I consistently work with love that they receive tangible clarity about their situations and end up feeling more confident in their decisions and healing as they move forward. To end here, I just want to say, I know it can be debilitating being in the situation that you are right now, but know that this is your quantum leap. You are surrendering into something so much greater. And I just want to send you so much love, and I will see you in one of my next readings. Bye.